Hey Dad, hey Greg, hey y'all. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, not much of anything got done this week. Had some really late nights at work, and then a couple of nights it took me 2 hours to get home. Accidents on the interstates and everything else. So I didn't have a chance to get anything done out here. So by the time I got home most nights, it was 7:30. So I just didn't get anything done. But I have been looking at parts, going to poke around in this video just to see what I need. I've been trying to look at it, but there are some things that they just don't describe well whenever you go to order parts. And I don't want to order anything that I don't need. So I'm going to poke around, prod around tonight and see what I need. I know I'm going to need the rockers. I wasn't going to order the full rocker, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order the complete rocker. That way it's not as much drilling out of spot welds and things like that. I know I've got to have it. The inside of this one is not terrible, but I want to do this thing right. I want it to last for a long, long time, another 50 years. So I'm going to go ahead and order the full rocker panel, put it in. I've got some things in the queue right now to order, some underfloor bracing. There's a lot more underfloor bracing in this thing than I even realized there was. But under the back seat, there's a underfloor brace that I think I'm gonna need. I'm gonna poke around, prod around. There's this brace up here in the front. It's the firewall to the floor pan brace. This one is pitted pretty bad. I'm probably gonna go ahead and order that. It's pretty cheap. I think it's $30 or $40. Just ordered both of those. The toe boards, I wasn't gonna order the driver's side, and I'm gonna kind of look around to see if I really need to, or if I think I can make that part. But I'm definitely gonna order the passenger side. There is a few other braces that I'm gonna look into. I think there's one under the seat area, the front seat area, that I may order to see how the one on here is. I would imagine that it's pretty pitted on the inside. It may look good on the outside or decent on the outside, but I would imagine that it's pretty pitted between the two, the floor pan and the brace itself. So probably order it. It's 40 bucks or something. Order that, get those on the way and replace those. Like I said, I want this thing to last another 50 years, or I want it done right. So gonna look around, just make sure that these are the parts that I need. Go ahead and order. I got that 25% discount, so I'm gonna use it to the fullest. And just see what all we can get and get that stuff on the way. But definitely gonna get the inner and outer rockers, get those on order, and just bite the bullet and do it right. So I hope you enjoy. I know it's not gonna be in a video that is like the rest of them are, but it will be just trying to keep y'all in the loop of what's going on and what I'm able to do. I'm hoping to be able to do something every week. We'll just see how work lets me do that. But I appreciate everybody watching. If you're liking what you see, hit that like, hit that subscribe button down below. Share the videos, leave comments, positive comments, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first brace I want to look at is this one right under here. And yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to order this one. It's hard to tell, or difficult to tell, you know, which one is a brace and which one is the actual floor pan sometimes. So I have to kind of pry it away and look at it. And this is the kind of junk that and as you can see, that looks pretty bad. So, but also this gives me the opportunity, just poking around, prodding around in here, gives me the opportunity to make sure that the picture of the piece that I'm ordering is similar to what is in here. There's been a couple of times where I've run across where they call something similar, and it looks different in the photos that they've got. So I'm not sure if it's some of this stuff is convertible braces versus coupe braces, but I want to make sure that this stuff looks similar. Now that down there, that is the actual frame rail for, I believe that's where the spring perch and all that stuff is. So all that sounds pretty solid. This one, this right here is not. So I will look at this, peel it back a little further and see what I come up with. So this is the piece that I'm looking for. It goes kind of angular in here. That's not the piece I thought that I would have ordered. So it's a good thing that I did do this little bit of poking around. So I'll have to see where that part is, the people that I'm gonna order from with the 25% discount. I don't think that they have this part. I'll have to check that out a little further. I have not seen this one in the description of the stuff that they said. So there's another one on that side that I'm definitely gonna need because it looks pretty much the same as this one over here. So I'll get under the car and see if I can find this piece that I thought I was gonna order. So here is the brace. I think I should order one of these. What do you think? You can leave your comments down below. But that is pretty bad on. I thought that was part of the floor pan, but it's not. So now I have to try and figure out that other part that they're saying goes underneath the rear seat. So I'll have to try and figure that out because the transmission hump and all that stuff looks kind of decent, but this stuff back here is not. Now this is the frame rail. I was thinking about ordering one of those. This one doesn't look bad at all, really. It's got a little scale, which I can't tell if that's actually dirt. I know the brake line here, this is pretty bad off. This is rusted. But let me get the emergency brake cable out of the way. But this is not bad. It's got a little dirt up in there, but it's not rusted out. Now back in the back, this is rusted out, and I'm pretty sure I can get that piece. They sell parts like, you know, different lengths, or you can get the whole thing. I'll get whatever's cheaper and just replace what I need to. But definitely, I'm gonna need this brace here, and this one. Get out of the light. That's the one for the passenger side. It's like I thought it would be. It's scaled out on the outside. Doesn't look terribly bad, but I'm sure on the inside it's mush. So, and let me see what the inside of this frame rail feels like. Feels like it's got some dirt. I don't think it's too bad. But like I said, it's, if I need to, I'll just order the whole thing and replace what I need to. But the rear part of the frame rails are really the worst parts. Everything else in here doesn't look just extremely bad, but this does. This is pretty shot. So if nothing else, I can go in here and cut it back here on an angle, do whatever I need to do to patch that back in. There are ways to do that and make it just as strong as it was. So I can do that. And I've already got the drop off and things like that, so that's not a big deal. Okay, now let me try and find if I can find this brace on the 25% discount. So I figured it out. The piece that I was looking for is this piece right here. And as you can see, I picture framed my full floor pan, the box that it came in, because I'm using it as a shelf and I don't want to get rid of my shelf, so I just picture framed it. But that piece is right here, so I don't need to order that one. And also, even more good news, the other piece is that piece right there. So I don't need that piece. That is already attached on both sides. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I don't have to spend that money. I've already spent it. This is exciting. I'm glad I came out here tonight. Now, more good news. It's kind of strange, but it's good news, I guess. The full frame rail for the back is cheaper than pieces. I don't get that. The full frame rail is $160 something. A piece that is shorter is $180, and a piece that's even shorter than that is $250. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. So I'll go ahead and order the full frame rail, and I may just go ahead and replace the whole thing. Again, we're wanting this to go 50 years, so if I replace the whole thing, it's a little more work, but I've had it for 18 years. A little more time's not gonna kill me. So, well, let me get out of the light there. I had this brace from here over to here. I had that in the queue on both sides, that one. And this one here. I had both of these in the list to order, but I don't think I need them. I think I can, they're not scaled bad. They've got a little dirt in them, but they're not really scaled out too bad on the inside. I'll pop this up, the floor pan right here, just to make sure. This one had already rotted through, but those are in good shape. So there's some more parts that I was gonna order that I won't need to. So I'm learning a lot back here now. This is good stuff. And here's another thing I'm getting, is this brace right here. It's still thick. It's not, it's not terrible. It's got a little bit of pitting to it, but with it being a convertible only brace and the condition that it's got going on right there, it's a little more pitted, a little thinner. It's not thin, it's just thinner. So I'll be this far into it, so I'll just go ahead and get another one of those. Floor pan or the toe board where it comes down, that's all still good metal. I don't see anything wrong. That's still thick metal. It's just got a little surface rust on it. The only place that it's bad is from about this ridge right over in here. Now this right here is the floor pan, which I have a full floor pan, so I don't have to worry about that. I just have to worry about piecing in this area right in here. And I think that won't be a problem. I can probably cut out part of this hump here, the transmission hump or the drive shaft hump, and use that to patch that right in there. It may not have all the detail in it, but it's gonna be under the carpet and it will still be strong. It will still be patched. It will still be, you know, a good solid piece that nobody will ever see. So I think I'll be in good shape with that. So that's pretty much what I've got. I'll give you kind of the summary of everything here in just a minute. But I found out some things that I need to get, some things I don't need to get, and I'll let you know what those are. So I learned quite a bit of stuff this evening about what I need and what I don't need. Saved myself a little bit of money by really checking into these things. I did find out that when they say it's a full rocker panel, it doesn't mean that it's got the outer part of the rocker on it. That comes separate. There's two pieces to the inner rocker on a convertible. I don't know if they're different on a coupe or not, but I know on a convertible, there are two different parts to the inner rocker. So I'm gonna get the inner rocker, the full inner rocker assembly for the driver's side and the passenger side. I'm going to get the roller, detent rollers for the hinges, something that I said the last time, or whenever I was building the door hinges, or rebuilding the door hinges, that I needed to get those. So I've got those ordered. The toe board for the passenger side, I'm gonna replace that. And that'll also give me access to that frame mount or the body mount over there, so I can get in there, clean that up, shoot some primer in there, and get everything to where it'll last for a while. I may put some POR 15 in there, just to kind of help preserve that. Let's see here, the toe board. I've got both frame rails for the rear. I've got the convertible firewall to floor brace. That's the one that's up here in the front that I said was pitted, that I'm going to go ahead and replace. I'm getting them for both sides. The braces, or the brackets for the front seats, I'm going to get new ones of those. This one, everything's good on this one except the front lip. And yes, I could cut it out and patch it, but for $42, it's not worth all that. So I'll just go ahead and buy those new. And the outer rockers, getting those, and that's pretty much going to wrap up this order that I'm getting ready to make. Is that every single thing? I don't know. I doubt it. There's probably a couple other things that I'm going to have to buy. I know I have to buy the shock tower and all that assembly for over here. I think there's a body panel in there that I have to buy along with the shock tower. So I need to buy that. I need to check out that one. I know the shock over here is just gone. The top of it is gone. So the whole thing over here, the body panel and everything, I know I have to buy that. Over there, I know the shock is still over there. It's still attached, but I'm not sure how bad the sheet metal is over there. So I'll look at that and just see what all I need to order for that one. But that's pretty much going to be it. I'm glad I found out that some of those pieces are already on the floor pan that I have. That'll make things easier, but I did find out that these seat mounts are not in there. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I know it's not what I normally do. Didn't get a lot of actual work done, but I think ordering these parts and stuff is pretty important. It's gonna, get me that much further along, and that way, whenever they come in, hopefully I'll have the time to really hit it hard and get going on it, because it is my goal to continue to do this car and get it going just as quickly as I can. So we'll see, but I'll go ahead and make this order either today or tomorrow and get those things on the way. So it is Easter, and I'm really, that's an important time for me. Tomorrow I want to celebrate Easter and the meaning of Easter, the real meaning of Easter, because it's really important to all of us, actually. So I appreciate everybody watching. Happy Easter, He's risen, and I hope you come back to watch more videos. Thanks, everybody. Bye.